Hey everybody, it's Jim here, and today we're going to be checking out the new Harley Benton Fusion 3. I'm really excited. I've never tried one of the Fusion models, and this one was enough to get me to pull the trigger. Obviously the box this time, fantastic shape, so not going to stall. Let's open it and see what it's like. Now I know this won't mean anything to 99.9% of you, but they included a little color pullout thing of a girl that got a guitar. It wasn't the right size, and went to Tome and ordered a new one. My daughter will love to color this in, so thanks for that. This is great. Okay, immediately, a viewer told me to expect that this neck would be a little bit darker than maybe I had anticipated. He's right, but I have no problem with it. It's got a very, very nice satin finish to it, and I'm very surprised. I thought this neck would be a lot thinner than it is. This has a little bit more beef than I expected. All right, let's put it on the bench and have a closer look. All right, first things first, this is a lovely satin finish. It almost feels like when you're in the paint store, it's like one of those eggshell kind of finishes. You notice the touch on it. Sure to hold up pretty well, but we'll have to see over time how that goes. This is a Wilkinson 2-point tremolo system, so in order to get it in, you're gonna have to put this in, and just like with PRS, tighten it. We're not gonna over tighten it, we just want it to sit flush for now. We'll worry about adjusting it more later, but there we go. So that's all good to go. It's got the Roswells. It does not have the Teslas that some of the other newer models have on them. However, I'm interested to see how they sound in this pickup configuration. I've never tried them in an HSS. The switch feels good, not a low quality switch, not a lot of movement in there. Sometimes with import guitars, you can almost bend them without a lot of effort, such as with the Squire, the classic vibes. That's one pet peeve I have with those. Knobs when they're really good. That is a push-pull indeed. Yeah, this is really clean. I love that this has the kind of Japanese style where you can adjust the truss rod here instead of at the top, or having to remove the neck. That is a lifesaver for on-the-fly adjustments. So first, let's check out the fret ends. Very smooth, great job. Just like the SC552, this is exquisite as far as the quality that you're getting for this price point. There's no sharpness, nothing like that, and that is a problem with some other brands. Even in higher price points than this, they can come a little bit sharp. However, even if you don't get this guitar, if you do get a guitar that does come with sharp fret ends, you can fix it at home. There's plenty of YouTube videos that'll explain to you the correct tools and the correct way to kind of tape off and make sure you're not going to damage an instrument. It's nothing that should be too intimidating, but in the case of this specific guitar, just like the SC552, not a problem. Shifting to the back of the headstock, this does have the Wilkinson locking tuners on it, which is another really nice touch. The SC550 did not come with locking tuners, although most tuning problems don't stem from the tuners anyways, just help for a little bit of stability, especially because this has the trem system on it, and the SC552 did not. And the last thing we're going to take a look at here is the electronics. As you can see, we have a full-size pot here. The wires are braided wires, not the super cheapo wires, which I really appreciate and I like. It does have kind of the cheaper style of a selector switch on it, but it felt decent enough as far as physically when I was tinkering with it, so it shouldn't be a problem. And this one looks a little bit different from that pot because it's a push-pull, but it is indeed still a full-size pot. I'll do one last look. Absolutely flawless, you guys. It just blows my mind that they can make a guitar this spec'd out that feels this good, that also has the quality control at this price. Just crazy, absolutely crazy. So let's plug it in and see how it sounds. Unfortunately, guys, I had to cut that demo short, and it was because I broke a string. Broke the high E on a big bend. I had one more riff. I've been working on my chops a little bit as far as the leads go. I got a little bit too enthusiastic. I was having too much fun, you might say, and well, I popped the string. However, with that out of the way, my kind of thoughts on this guitar after playing with it for about an hour and a half. This neck is phenomenal. The satin finish on it is great, but that's not the thing that makes me really love it. I love the thickness of it. It's right in between kind of a shredder neck, and I was a little afraid and I was a little timid, to be honest with you guys, and part of the reason I didn't buy one of these earlier, any other iteration, is because I don't really like paper thin necks. This one is not paper thin. It's got a really nice kind of chunk to it without being, you know, a baseball bat. Very, very, very easy to play. The frets are fantastic. I can't believe that these Blacksmith frets come stock on a guitar at this price point, and you know, obviously they're going to last a really long time. Locking tuners were fantastic as well. The guitar stayed in tune reasonably well all until I started really starting to abuse this guy. It kept going sharp, but that's to be expected. I did not set this guitar up. I did not do any alterations, and obviously I was using the stock strings, and well, I broke one of those. But shifting focus from the feel of the instrument to the tone of the instrument. Now, when I did the SC552 that comes with the Tesla pickups, I said in that video I believe those are better than the Roswells. This has the Roswells in it, and I stand by that statement. These are by no means bad pickups, but they don't have that kind of clarity to them that even the Teslas have. I think they're just a little bit better in that sense. The only position where I really thought, okay, I feel like I might be lacking a little bit something here, is when I combined the neck and the middle position, that kind of traditional quack of the Stratocaster style instrument. It really didn't have the clarity and the kind of transparency that I like from that position to it. It seemed like it had a blanket over it. But I'm nitpicking, and if the biggest problem with a guitar like this at this price point is the electronics, then I'm in great shape, because the neck, I cannot say enough good things about this neck. This neck is my favorite Harley Benton neck that I've ever played. Just the shape of it, the feel of it, it's to die for. The tuners are great. You wouldn't have to replace those. The bridge, when it's dialed in, I'm sure that's going to be great too. If I throw in a new harness, because if I'm going to switch to pickups, you throw in a harness anyway. It's all in one job. It's not that bad. That's still putting me under $600 for everything, and I'm smoking a Charvel at that point. And one of those I don't really care for the pickups in that either, so I would already be kind of starting from square one at that when it comes to the electronics there too. So if you consider everything, I feel like this is an absolute steal. They've hit a home run with this guitar, and I'm really, really, really happy with it. And just as a reminder, I am not sponsored by anybody. This is not provided to me by anybody. I paid my money the same as you would pay your money should you decide to buy one. However, with that being said, I do have an affiliate link. So if you click on the link in the description and you buy anything from Thomann, I think I get 1% of that sale as a credit towards my account, and that'd be pretty cool. Maybe I can get a set of strings at some point. However, wrapping this video up, I love this guitar, and I would have no problem swapping out the electronics. They work fine as is, and as long as I can set the guitar up, which, you know, obviously whenever you get a guitar, it's never going to be dialed in the way that you prefer it. That's just, you know, how life goes, guys. But get this thing set up, I would have no problem taking this out for a gig right now and feeling like I could cover any musical genre, from the kind of soft, vintage kind of pop music that my wife likes to play, all the way up to rock stuff, because this humbucker just absolutely covers all those bases. So, if you like this video, please leave a like. I really would appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you would do if you had to choose between the SC552, which I still think is the best overall value from Harley Benton, or one of these Fusion 3s. I'm interested to see what kind of defense you guys would lie on, whether it would be a Super Strat or a Les Paul style guitar. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow for another guitar related video. Be well, everybody.